Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Shilpa Parhar. She's a psychiatrist from Navi Mumbai, Panvel, and today our topic is dream analysis. Good afternoon, doctor. Thank you for having me on.
Good afternoon, Isha. Thanks for choosing this topic. It's a very interesting topic, and I would really like to go into it right now.
Oh. So, doctor, when researching on this topic, we found that around 74% of the Indians they say that dreams actually have some meaning. And basically, when we speak of the Hindu culture as such, they feel that when we see a dream, maybe it is trying to predict us something as if some good or bad event might occur. So, please throw some light whether there are some mythological or Indian studies whether dreams have some meaning.
Question, Isha. Actually, India has always been more evolved culturally and scientifically also. There is a lot of reference in our scriptures. There are a lot of stories about dreams, guiding people. These stories date back as back as even in Ramayana, where the ogre who was guarding Sita, she had a dream that Ravan's kingdom is going to fall, and even Gautam Buddha's mother had a dream just before his birth that either he will become a great king or
Yes,
yeah. So the dreams are there and in our scriptures since a long time, and they have been analyzed, okay, right from our Vedas. Even there has been a reference in Rig Veda in which they have touched upon themes of nightmares or waking dreams as they call it that. Then our Upanishads have divided our state into four. Like there is a Atma, that is a true state. Then there is a Jagrat, of the waking state. Swapna, that is the dreaming state. And Shushupti is a dreamless night sleep. Okay. And Turiya is a supernatural or the transcendent state. So yeah, of course, India being the oldest civilization, there is references for dreams in our scriptures.
As a psychiatrist, do you feel that our dreams are actually pointing towards our subconscious mind as to what all thoughts are there which we are not aware of consciously?
Yes. So, dream as an insight into the subconscious was first put forth by Freud, Sigmund Freud. Okay, he said that our mind is divided into three parts. Okay, the id, ego, and the superego. The id is the part which is childish, which has all the desires. Okay, and the ego is the real self. Okay, and the superego is the moral part, which has all the rules and the principles. Okay, so there is a tussle between the two parts, the id and the superego, always there. If you want to do something, the superego will try to suppress it, and the ego tries to find the balance between them. And usually in a waking state, it is the superego which wins lots of time. We control our desires many times. So, but in the dream, what happens is when we are sleeping, those shackles are gone. So there is no longer a superego overriding everything, and then our inner consciousness comes out, and our inner desires comes out in the form of dreams.
Okay. So, ma'am, do you feel that maybe people in general might be leading a life led by the ego or superego? We are disciplined, we try to remain in our boundaries when we are awake. But there are many people who are led more by their id or impulses. So, do you feel that the dreams of such people are a bit bland because in their real life itself they are living those kind of experiences? As compared to those people who are disciplined, so they might have more vivid dreams, more dreams which they might get scared of or might feel that why I have seen such a thing.
See, Isha, it's not that way. There is no actual study regarding, if you live a colorful life, you will have a bland dreams.
Yes.
It's not that way. It's, we have almost 2 to 5 dreams per night. Okay, but we don't remember all of them. It is those, some weird dreams or something different or the recurring dream that we remember. So we can't really say that, if you're working, acting out, what you're telling is, it's called acting out behavior, where you are dominated by your pleasures. So if you want something, you just do it. Huh? So there is no correlation as such that if you are acting out, that means your dreams will be bland. There is no such correlation. they may have, underlying superego may come out in the dreams also.
Okay.
So we don't know what kind of dreams they may have.
So when is, as a psychiatrist, when do you suggest someone to go for dream analysis, and how effective it is as compared to other treatment methods?
See, dream analysis is one of the various tests that you can suggest to patients. It is not a conclusive in itself. We find in cases who are depressed, or who have a depressive personality, or who have some personality issues, or a long-standing phobia, or a long-standing anxiety, and we have been trying to treat them with all the kinds of different methods of treatment available to us, and still we are not able to find the source of that anxiety, and they come up with tell us that they have been having such dreams and all. That time we try and sit with the patient and work through those dreams.
So ma'am, please tell us that how do you go about it? Do you actually induce the person to go into a dream state? So how does this?
No, this is a form of a psychoanalysis. Okay, it is a form of free association. So we talk to the patient, we sit with the patient, and we talk to them about their dreams, and we try to find recurrent patterns in their dreams, and then we try to correlate it with their life, with their past, with their childhood, and see what it signifies to them, because dreams are happening in symbols. Okay, it's not like a picture that as it is happening you see in your dreams. It doesn't. There are a lot of representations that happens. So it is, you have to. It is all subjective. We have to interpret it. Also, with the advancement of the science, okay, we are able to find out when the patient is dreaming.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there are tests of functional MRI. Okay. Previously, we were not able to study brain in its active state. Okay. Like when you're awake, okay, of course we are able to study. But in sleep, we were not able to study brain because the patient wouldn't be able to respond. But now with the advent of these, there are certain advances going on in dream studies also to have a more scientific, more concrete evidence to dreams and what kind of areas light up when the patient is having a certain dream.
So which means that suppose a person who has been having recurrent nightmares, so certain parts of the brain would actually be active
Yes.
when the person is going through that experience. Now, also I have seen that when it comes to many people, they are doing meditation, and those yogis who are like in Buddhism or Hinduism, what we say is yoga nidra.
Yeah.
They say that in sleep, when they are meditating, or when thus they reach a state which is similar to when they are in watching a dream, but they are aware that they are actually dreaming. Something like we call it as the lucid dreaming. They are actually aware of it. So, ma'am, please tell us about it. What exactly is it, and how it helps the patient?
It's like you are acting in the movie which is being directed by yourself. So you know that you are asleep. Okay, you are in deep sleep, but things are happening, and you are able to control your movement. Okay, what your responses in that dream. So as you have said, this can happen to even normal people who are not meditating. Okay, but of course this can be induced by meditation. Okay. But as I said, meditation is not like you sit for meditation right now and then you can go into music. Meditation itself is a practice. It takes years and years to reach that state. And once you reach that state, you can continue that state into your sleep. So that is lucid dreaming. So it helps in a lot of ways. Meditation helps in promoting awareness and mindfulness. So this lucid dreaming, if you are able to meditate and then you are having this nightmares, then you can control those nightmares.
Okay.
Once
But
you have,
it takes time.
It takes time. It takes time.
It will take a lot of time.
It will take, yeah.
So, ma'am, do you see that some people come to you for analyzing their dreams, saying that I would want to know what is the reason why I'm dreaming like this? Not specifically nightmares, but in general, like how is the demand from the patient side when it comes to these, or are people generally think it from a religious point of view, or do they actually want to know from a scientific perspective? Do you see such patients who come to you?
Patients, I get generally a lot of patients who have anxiety, who have phobia, who have depression,
and then they have these sleep disturbances and the dreams that are related to their symptoms. Okay, so they come for that. They come for the analysis. The patients who have post-traumatic stress disorders. Okay, there was some trauma in their past. So then they have those recurring dreams where they relive that trauma, where they go through that trauma. Okay.
Yes. Actually, we have heard that some people are trying to take the therapy for trauma. So, and there's another researcher called Robert Langs. He has said that dreams are actually response to the trauma. So, do you think that dreaming is actually a response, a brain trying to adjust?
Yes. What happens is in a trauma, I'm not talking a minor trauma. It is something major. Like you are in a life threatening situation. You survived an earthquake, or you were in a car accident, or you were physically abused. Okay. Many a times when you are going through that trauma, patients have suffered from a thing where they feel that they're out of their body. Okay, they feel that they are not there. Okay, so what happens then, their consciousness, their psyche gets splits. Okay, so and when they are undergoing that trauma, they may not realize everything at that time. Suppose if someone is in a car accident. Okay, so when they are there, they will remember fragments. When they are awake, they'll remember fragments of the accident. Like, many times they will not remember completely who dashed whom, what happened, and all those things. So, the dreams are the way for the brain to find the closure, to complete, to relieve all those parts, to join that puzzle and to complete the picture, actually. Okay, when you're awake, the pieces of that puzzles are missing. So what happens? It is incomplete. So you have more anxiety at that time. You're not able to resolve that trauma. Okay, you don't find closure unless that picture is complete. So in the dreams, they get flashes of those pieces of puzzles, and then we try to analyze those. We try to fit them into that puzzles. So once that picture is complete, they may find closure. They may get over the trauma. They may find the resolution. So this is where dream analysis works in trauma.
Ma'am, does this actually tie with Carl Jung's thought that the psyche is a self-regulating organism? That our psyche is actually through these dreams we are trying to compensate unconsciously for what has happened in a conscious state.
Yeah, yeah. See, Carl Jung has given a concept of collective subconscious, okay, in which he has said that throughout the humanity, all our subconscious are is the same, okay, are connected, are the same. So many times you can see across religions, across times, you can see symbols are repeating in the religions. Yeah, you will see words are repeating. Okay, like the letter N for mother. Okay, is repeated in across religions. Okay, across languages. So he said that somewhere our subconscious is connected. Okay, and then in the dreams it is what is coming out. Okay, many have also said that dreams are a window to the past life also. Those who believe in that, those who go into past life regression, they believe that what you see may not have happened in this life. Maybe it is what has happened in your past life. This again reflects the collective subconscious.
But studies to prove that actually it has some meaning, that there is something of a past life carrying on.
See, there are no concrete studies. Okay, there are no concrete studies. These are what experiences patients have given, people have said, and this is what has helped them in their trauma, and to understand why things are happening to them in this life. Okay, people try to find meanings to the things. Okay, I may be afraid of water. Nothing has happened from the childhood to be afraid of water. I have never drowned. Then why am I so scared of water? So they try to find the meaning, and then they find the meaning in maybe in a past life. See, in a hypnosis, in a hypnotic state, again it is a dream-like state. So they come out with this. So there is no scientific evidence. If you say MRI पे दिखा हुआ है, इस पे दिखा, तो ऐसा नहीं है. That's not there.
But these are all the theories. See, psyche is as huge and as deep as you can take it. So there are so many theories related to that. So it's very difficult to fathom the depth of anybody's psyche.
Ma'am, can you tell us that where the theory of the dream by Freud and Carl Jung, what similarities do they have and where do they actually digress from each other?
See, Carl Jung and Freud. Okay, Freud perpetuated that it is your own, thing, like your own egos, your own superego that comes into play. Okay, while Carl Jung said that it is a collective subconscious. I explained earlier. So it is more like symbols, religious symbols, and also it may have a more deeper meaning.
So it is basically when many a times in many religions, let us say like in Abrahamic religions, Jewish people or Christians, or maybe even in Islam, they said that in dreams they got a revelation, and that revelation has led to the creation of big religions. Yes. Linking human. So, as a psychiatrist, what is your take on these revelations which these mystics get? How accurate it is? See,
revelations don't only occur to mystics, okay? There are scientific discoveries made because of dreams.
oh, okay.
Watson and Crick, they had a dream of the sequence of DNA, and that is how they dreamt. In the dream they saw, okay, this is how a double helical DNA is there. It is two wires wound around each other. They got it in the dream. Okay. Even the scientist who discovered organic chemistry, he discovered that the benzene ring is a circle. He dreamed of a snake who was biting its own tail. Okay. See, dreams lead to discoveries. For example, if you are working on a problem, okay, what you do, you have all those materials. Okay, you have all what is required for that solution. Maybe you have everything, but you don't find a solution. What we say, soja, go to sleep. Things will come to you. Okay, when you are conscious, there is lot of shackles. You can say there is a lot of limitations. Right, I'm limited by this room. Okay, when I'm asleep, I can do anything in my dreams.
Yes.
Okay, so then with all those material readily in your brain, you can have solutions. You can get solutions. So there are not only mistakes, but even modern day scientific discoveries are made because of something people are seeing in their dreams.
Yes. Come across many people, they are having recurrent nightmares. So to such people, what will you suggest? How they can create a better sleep routine? What practice they can follow?
Okay. See, first of all, who have recurrent nightmares, we have to see firstly whether they had any trauma which is unresolved. Okay, maybe in childhood which they don't remember. What happens is, till we are 2 or 3 years of age, our language is not developed. We are not able to speak. So whatever has happened, any trauma that has happened during that time is just images. Okay, it is like a pictures. So if something has happened during that time and it is not resolved, like some abuse or something. So if that is not resolved, then it comes as nightmares. Okay, so we need to know the cause. Secondly, once we know the cause, for better sleeping, you have to follow the tips for sleep hygiene. Okay, you have to exercise regularly, you have to have a proper diet. You should not drink anything stimulating right before you go to sleep. Okay, you sleep in a place which is very pleasant, in a clean place where lights are off, there is no noise, no disturbances. Try to sleep in that.
Please tell us about dream journal. People say that one should maintain some get up and try to write a few. Yes. So for which disorder people who are having certain disorders, for whom will you suggest to maintain these dream journals?
I would suggest anybody who is having dreams to maintain a dream journal, because you don't know when you can, it comes to help. Okay, the first thing about dream journaling is that you have to keep a notebook right beside your bed. The moment you wake up, you have to start writing, because as I said, we have around 2 to 5 dreams every night, but very rarely we remember we had a dream. And in that also, then we don't remember all the details. Okay. So once you get up early in the morning, first thing that you do is write about your dreams, what you saw, what were there. Okay. Once you get into that habit, the brain also gets into the habit, okay, this has been demanded of me.
Okay.
Okay, so they will try to put more effort into remembering. Okay,
That is a good practice.
yeah.
Many times students they fear that now they have an exam and they dream that maybe they have failed some exam or maybe they have fallen down from the bed. So what do these little small these kind of dreams mean? What is the brain actually? What is our subconscious trying to tell us?
This is just a subconscious trying to warn us of a danger. Okay. See, when this dates back to our evolution, when we were cavemen, we were trying to be survive in a hostile situations. Okay. So somewhere those that thing is there. Now again, this points to the collective unconscious. So somewhere those imprints are there still in our mind. So that is why we dream that we are falling from a tree or we are falling from a mountain, but we are still, we are nowhere near a tree or a mountain, but then it is there. That is what the cavemen dreamed of, what cavemen suffered from. So these are there in our collective unconscious, as you can see. Of course, this points to anxiety. Okay. They are worried that they will fail. Yes. They are worried that the paper will not go well. Okay. So this is just our brain's way of letting out that anxiety. What happens is during the daytime when you're awake, you are anxious, but you don't tell anyone. Okay. You go to sleep with that anxiety. Yes. Then it comes to you in the dream. Yes. The brain needs to let it out.
So it means that it's important that these people talk about it and take some action about it. That's what the brain is trying to do. Okay. So how can we use a dream analysis, the knowledge which we have about our dreams, to actually develop ourselves better in terms of planning, execution, improving our cognitive abilities?
Okay. Again, metacognition means, see, where we have various cognitive functions, okay, like thinking, okay, experiencing emotions, and then doing calculations, whatever the brain is doing, okay. This is cognitions, okay. I'm listening to something, I'm seeing something. These are all cognitions. Metacognition means being aware of these processes, how these processes are happening. If I'm studying, how I'm looking at things, how I'm hearing something, how I'm analyzing this, how my brain is working on that. This is metacognition, okay. So in short, it is becoming aware of things.
So how do I develop that awareness? What all practices I can do? Because this is something very important. That means that we become aware of our own thought process.
This is by doing mindfulness practice. This is by doing mindfulness meditation. So once you are aware, many times we are on autopilot. Okay, like this Daniel Kahneman, System One thinking. Okay, System One thinking is like,
tell us a bit about that.
yeah. So what happens in System One thinking is, suppose you have a route of coming back from office to your house. Okay, many 70-80% of the time you are like on an autopilot. You catch a auto, you go, you catch a train, you come, you walk to your house. Okay, it is on an autopilot. Okay, so you don't think about it. Once that routine is set, it just goes, it flows. Okay, you are not cognitively aware. Okay, now I am getting out of the auto or something like this. But what happens if one day you realize you reach the station and there are no trains? Okay, then your brain kicks in. Okay, now what should I do? Should I take auto again? How much will the auto cost? Or should I take the bus? Or should I say wait some more time because I missed my train, maybe some other train will come. So your brain is now actively thinking. This is called system 2 thinking. Okay. So we have to see in a daily rut of life, we are more into system 1. Autopilot पे सब डाल देते हैं. We are not aware of the things. So we have to develop more awareness of ourselves, of the things that we are doing, and why we are thinking in that way. Okay, and then that control of over our mind, it comes into our dreams also. So we can able to control if we are having nightmares, if we are having some difficulty, we are able to control that dream, control the narrative of that dream.
Actually, so you are saying through practice, it is possible to we can actually control it and develop that awareness. Ma'am, nowadays many people are having certain addictions. We can say it can be social media, going on to the higher level serious addictions. Can dream analysis be completely effective for these people? They are taking therapy, they are taking some medication, may not be working. Can dreams be a window?
What is driven by it? It is this only. Now you are giving into your pleasures.
Yes.
So the same thing applies to people who are indulging in addictions, who are indulging in substance abuse or lot more of social media. So somewhere they are indulging in their ego. They are trying to satisfy their ego. Okay. So then in those cases, I am not sure how much dream analysis would help. If they are having any dreams, of course we can analyze them. But then it becomes a very different perspective from the brain point of view. So we need to know why it is that the brain derives pleasure only in these things, and we have to the id has to be controlled in those cases.
Ma'am, we have seen that people called as mediums, they say that they communicate between the spirit world and between normal humans. And they also say that many a times the spirit leaves the body and goes.
So no scientific evidence to it. Right. No scientific evidence to it. Out of body experiences, as I said earlier, when you yourself are in some kind of a major trauma, you do feel that way. Sometimes people also dream.
Yes.
Yet in that dream, they see themselves as sleeping, and they see their body. They're seeing themselves looking down at the bed, like they are out of their body. So people have seen those, have had those experiences. Okay. So it all reflects what kind of anxiety they have, what kind of, it all goes back to their psychoanalysis, back to their past.
As a person, suppose I want to take much more control of my mind. I am dreaming, suppose a person is a bit anxious, the dreams are trying to tell him. So how can we actually start by trying to make sense of the dreams and becoming much better in the real everyday life?
What we have to do is, we have to practice recording dreams. Okay. So each morning when they stay fresh, okay, what it will benefit is it reveals the dream patterns. Okay, what kind of pattern? It breaks down the creative blocks at them, and it helps in practicing lucid dreams. Okay. So this dream journals helps in those conditions. Okay. So for you to be practically aware, once again it's not like a button है कि सिर्फ इधर ही on होना है. It's not that way. So you have to be aware even in your waking state. You have to be aware. Sit for 5 minutes, close your eyes, and be aware. Okay, name 2 things that I can hear right now, or name 2 things that I can smell right now. Yes. Be aware of your surroundings. What am I feeling right now? Okay. How is my right hand? How is my left hand? In what position? Be aware of your hand. Creating that awareness of your surrounding and of yourself.
According to you, then what will you say that as a conclusion, is dream analysis a science or a pseudoscience?
I can say it is a pseudoscience that is moving towards science. With the advancements of science, with the advancement of technologies that we are having, okay, maybe we can go into the mind, when the patient is sleeping, and in the future we may actually like while we are seeing the video, maybe we can record the video of the dreams.
Yes, ma'am. One, hypnotherapy and dreams, how is it linked?
See, dreams is when you are sleeping, you are letting down of your guard and you sleep. Okay. In hypnosis, you do it. You are induced into that state, so it comes very quickly. Maybe you are instructed to follow certain things. Okay. So it is it's like quick action. Okay. So the same thing can be induced. So this is, you may say, this is involuntary dreams, but hypnosis is voluntary. But the information which one can get, will it be the same information? Are we able to? Depends on the patient. What kind of patient and what kind of information are we seeking together? Okay. So it depends. See what happens in hypnosis, we are guiding the patient. Okay? So maybe it is not that free floating or not that kind of free association. As it comes, the dreams are no shackles. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Thank you, ma'am. You gave us a lot of insights today. And many people, they will not be that much aware why they are dreaming, but today I think our audience will have got lot of good information and knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you for choosing such a wonderful topic. Thank you.
Thank you.